Hello, I'm Artifacts of Mars, and I want to discuss the voting situation in the fall. I'm not actually convinced we're going to have a vote, going to be able to vote in the fall. I think we might be facing a bit of a coup. My keys are being uncooperative. Might be facing a coup before then, I don't know. But my thing is, we need to get away from voting for Republicans or Democrats. We need to have third-party candidates to throw these bums out. Now, Trump got me riled. I had renovations I wanted to do on my house as soon as weather permitted, and then he goes and attacks Iran, and now we're screwed. And at this time, they're claiming they got some kind of a deal or something. It's nonsense. It's not going to happen. Oh, we have a deal, and next 30 or 60 days it'll be a broader deal. And give me a break. We're stuck, but good. And my thinking is, it's probably going to be 2029. I've said this before. If we get it out of this with our skins intact, I'll be amazed. But what we don't need, it's time for a change. We don't need to be voting for someone with a D or an R after their name. They're just letting us down. That's all they do. We need real Americans who are dedicated to the founding principles of this country. We need them in office, and we need all the D and R's out of office, as in the unemployment lines. That's where they belong. And I was hoping to get some people who get together and get some candidates that are real Americans and throw these rascals out. We can't throw them all out, obviously. The ones that are up for re-election can be Thomas Massie, who's kind of holding the line on some on the Iran war, what have you, got primaried out. I'm sure with lots of help. I don't know that much about the guy. This has just gotten out of control. You can't trust anything you see on the news. There's this new thing. This is just an example of what you can't trust on the news. There's this new thing they're calling Super El Nino. They're claiming that the Pacific Ocean is cooking. Utter nonsense. This is the kind of crap they give us. Yesterday it was in the 40s and rainy here. It's miserable. A little breezy today, but not a bad day. So, that's beside the point, but this kind of crap we're being given. Super El Nino, it can be dismissed, this other nonsense. We haven't warmed up. That's all I know. We need to get these bums out of office. Hello, I'm Artifacts of Mars. And I was hoping we can get some people together and start throwing everybody with a D and an R after the name out of Congress. We need real American candidates. These bums are beginning to getting away with too much for too long. Notice I said everybody with a D and an R. I know I go off on liberals. Well, most of you probably don't know is I'm not enrolled in a political party. I vote, but I'm not enrolled in a political party. And that's the way I intend to keep it. Republicans pissed me off a long time ago. The New York Republicans did. And I won, Patrick Buchanan on the ballot, and they said, nope, can't have him. Anyway, it's long past. I'm not going to enroll in a political party. But we can't trust any of these bums on the right or on the left. And they all have to go. Every single damn last one of them. If they're up for re-election. So can't we get some real Americans in there, candidates who know how this country is founded? I think that's what we should do. You can't trust anything that you hear on the news. I've heard on the news, for instance, today that, they've got an Iran deal and work it out in 30, 60 days. Don't give me this crap, alright? There isn't any deal. These are religious fanatics and you can't make deals with them. There's nothing else to know there. So, my big thing is, I have a little reflection back. I don't think there's nothing there. My big thing is, let's throw these bums out. Right? Anything with an R or D after it. It may interest you to know that I'm not enrolled in a political party. I vote, yes, but I'm not enrolled. I'm not enrolled in any political party. The reason for this is, I don't want to be a part of anybody's political party. I'm sick of them. The Republicans pissed me off years ago. I got a problem with Cord. There. You see my t-shirt, We Will Not Comply? There's a song on YouTube that explains that. They're giving us other nonsense. One of the newest things, not to get off on the side here, but this is the kind of nonsense we get out of these people. They're telling us there's going to be a super El Nino. Well, I'm very sorry. Yesterday we had a horrible day. Yesterday, 24th of May, it was horrible and cold and rainy. I didn't even go outside. And you just can't trust anything you hear. That story has as much credibility with me as flat earthers have with me. Okay, I basically just let it go in one ear and not the other. So, what I would say here is we need to vote these bums out. We need to get nonpartisan characters who adhere to the Constitution in there. Everybody with a D or an R after their name has to go. Every single damn last one of them. So my suggestion here is that we vote third party when possible. We need to clean that whole place out. Only legal, reasonable way to do it is to throw all of them out at election time. Vote every single one out. Republican, Democrat, and don't vote for one of the R&Ds. We need to avoid the R&Ds altogether. Throw the bums out. And let's start over fresh. That's the way I see it. I'm Artifacts of Mars. Take it or leave it. Thanks for watching. Alright, this is my little Trump garden. Still work in progress. The bigger seedlings I actually bought locally. This is my first endeavor. These are bean seedlings. They're just starting to come up. It's been about I think close to a month or maybe more. And they have been very, very slow. And the reason is because of the weather. It's been too cold for these beans to germinate. They're germinating now. Here's some others that haven't started germinating. They're planted later. A lot of these here haven't had time really to germinate. But given the weather, I'm not surprised that they haven't. It's been cold and rainy and miserable. Yet these imbeciles at NBC 10 claim that it's been, super hot and all this. It hasn't. It just flat out. It's true we've had some warm days. But for the most part, it's been flat out cold. These are collards. I'm trying to grow them in the containers. I'm wondering if the soil is any good that I bought. Artificial soil media. Some of these in these circular containers are finally starting to sprout. Beans again. That's my little Trump garden that I built because of what that imbecile did in the Middle East. And that's a tomato plant. I bought it locally once again. I didn't grow it from seed. These idiots are just flat out lying. It hasn't gotten warmer. I live in the region. They can complain all they want and bitch and moan, but the truth is, it's still plenty cold here. Really cool out here. I don't need a jacket for a short amount of time I'm going to be out. I'm running heat in the house. They're just flat out lying. Yeah, we do have hot summers, but it's not that, that's normal for Rochester. And we're not having warmer summers, we're having cooler summers. I live here, I've been living here since 1989, I believe, and forget it. It's lousy. I don't know if this artificial soil media I'm using is very good or not. Not terribly trustful of it. I'm seeing, in my collards, I'm seeing yellow leaves. That's not a good sign. I use artificial soil media out of, bags. That's about it. A Hogwash Award goes out to NBC News, 10 NBC News out of Rochester, for a rather deceptive report. Thanks for watching.